Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch How Live the Game. Today we have a special video for you, and it's the first video of this kind that we've ever done. It is a theory crafting video while we wait for Ikoria, Lair of Behemoths. If you guys have any cool cards that you're looking forward to seeing being played within the set, or some spicy brews, be sure to reach out to me in the Discord, and I'll be sure to partake in those and feature them within the pre-release event, which we have coming up. Be sure to watch us live on Twitch for that. We're normally live every single day, 6 a.m. PST. However, for the event, we're going to be live as soon as it drops, right? So we're taking a look at this Nethroi Apex of Death Abzan Indatha deck. It's very powerful. It's Abzan, but mono black, or sorry, black is its primary color. This is why we refer to it as Indatha. And it focuses around Nethroi, Apex of Death, which is a very powerful card, you guys. Let's take a look at it here. We are quite small. I don't know how to zoom this in. Our deck starts off with 2 copies of Cavalier of Night. We all know Cavalier of Night. It has lifelink. It's a 4/5. And when Cavalier of Night enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, destroy target creature and opponent controls. When Cavalier of Night dies, return the creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So that's a really nice card, right? We have Chevelle, Bane of Monsters. This is a legendary creature, human rogue, 1/3 with Death Touch, only costing 2 Golgari colors. At the beginning of your upkeep, if your opponent controls no permanents with bounty counters on them, put a bounty counter on target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Whenever a permanent an opponent controls with a bounty counter on it dies, you gain 3 life and draw a card. That's really, really nice. We have Fiend Artisan, another 2-drop. This one is also a mythic, 1/1. Fiend Artisan gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard. You can pay X +1 and tap it. Sacrifice another creature. Search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost X or less. Put it into the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Activate this ability only time you could cast a sorcery. That's incredible. That's a cool way to search for things from our library. We have Glowspore Shaman. If I can get it up on screen here for you guys. This is a 3/1. When it enters the battlefield, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. You may put a land card from your graveyard on top of your library. We have 4 copies of Luminous Broodmoth, my favorite card of the set. A 3/4 with flying. Whenever a creature you control without flying dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a flying counter on it. That's disgusting. We have Nethroi Apex of Death, which is the original card we built the deck around. Costing 5, it's a 5/5. Mutate cost is 7, so a little steep here. However, it has Death Touch and lifelink. Whenever this creature mutates, return any number of target creature cards with converted total power 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh no. We have Paradise Druid to ramp. 4 copies of this. It's a 2/1. It has hexproof as long as it remains untapped, and you can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. We have 4 copies of Plaguecrafter. When Plaguecrafter enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Each player who can't discards a card. Pulkranos Unchained. This is a 0/0. However, he enters the battlefield with 6 1/1 counters on it and escapes with 12 1/1 counters on it. If damage would be dealt to Pulkranos while it has 1/1 counters on it, prevent that damage and remove that many 1/1 counters from it. You can pay 3. Pulkranos fights another target creature, and the escape cost is 6 plus 6 cards from your graveyard. Really cool combination here that we'll get through once we start talking about the strategy. Moving on, we have a couple instances, sorceries. First one is Fight as 1, the most broken uncommon card of the set, you guys. Choose one or both. Target human creature you control gains indestructible and +1/+1 until end of turn. Target non-human you control gains +1/+1 and indestructible until end of turn as well. So that's really, really cool. That's going to save us from Shatter the Sky. Mythos of Nethroi for 3. This is an instant spell. Destroy target non-land permanent if it's a creature, or if Selesnya was spent to cast the spell, right? So that's very, very cool. The land's a little tricky. We spent a lot of time balancing it. We have 3 Fable Passages, allowing us to pull out any basic land card from our library, right? If we have 4 on the field, or sorry, 3 on the field, it'll come in untapped, so that's quite nice. 2 Forests, 4 Godless Shrines, 4 Indatha Triomes. The new Triomes are sick. Oh my god, you guys, these are the best rares in the set. A triple colored land that comes in tapped, has cycling. I don't even mind. That's how good it is. We have Overgrown Tombs, Plains, Swamps, and Temple Gardens. We will have this deck list in the comments section or the description section for you guys below, so be sure to check that out. We also have a sideboard for you guys, 2 Cavalier of Thorns, 4 Knight of Autumns, 1 Kolga the Titan Ape, 1 Trostani Discordant, 4 Assassin's Trophies, 1 Casualties of War, and 2 more additional Fight as Ones. We're flirting with adding maybe God's Willing as protection here because Exile is pretty prevalent in the set, and we don't really want to get exiled because that would suck. Again, there's a lot to do in this deck, and it all focuses around Luminous Broodmoth. So whenever a creature you control without flying dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a flying counter on it. So we're going to be doing a lot of flying damage. We have Playcrafter. When it enters the battlefield, you're going to sacrifice Playcrafter. He's going to have to sacrifice something. Your Playcrafter comes back. The sacrifice effect re-triggers. You sacrifice something else. He now has to sacrifice a second thing. It's so ridiculous. Pulkranos Unchained is also just disgustingly broken when we use it with the Apex of Death because it's a 0/0, and Apex of Death allows us to bring a total amount with power 10 or less. And when Pulkranos' power is 0, it's pretty easy to bring him back into the battlefield, right? And he's going to be a 6/6. So that's crazy. We can also bring back our Broodmoth, our Fiend Artisan, which is going to get really buffed because we're putting all of our stuff into the graveyard. And then we have Chevelle, Bane of Monsters as our draw engine and more removal. So it really revolves around Bane of Monsters as our draw engine. It revolves around Fiend Artisan as our, not necessarily a draw engine, but a search engine, which is really cool. And I know that Fiend Artisan and Chevelle don't really fit each other so good, but I think there's just a very high amount of value within this deck. I know there are a lot of mythics, but again, it's pre-release. We have full stacked accounts, you guys. So that's the deck. If you have any tips, right, it's still a couple hours till the event goes live. Be sure to comment them below and we can edit this deck so that while we're playing it, it is the biggest and baddest that it can possibly be. And again, if you have any other decks that you're really interested in seeing, please join the Discord and share them. I'd be more than happy. You're just giving me free content, which is half of my battle anyways, right, you guys? So this has been our first theory crafting video. I wish I had more time to do about 10 to 15 of these. However, the event is coming out literally in hours, so I've got a ton of things to do. Thanks for watching. Don't forget we're live every single morning, 6 a.m. PST on Twitch. If you found any value or you just liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, like, hit the bell icon so you're notified of our future uploads as well. And if you really want to support the channel, we've got a Patreon. You can join the YouTube community. You can donate to the PayPal. And if you're a cheapskate, you can just watch my videos, open up the playlist and let them run. You know what? Ad revenue is more than you guys would think, and each of you counts. So again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you who continue to spend your time and attention here with me. It's absolutely amazing. I never thought anything like this would be possible. So again, a million thank yous. I'll never be able to fill that gratitude cup up enough. Most importantly, you guys, we're going to see you soon with the pre-release event. So make sure to keep watching, join the Discord where all of these notifications are going to be going out first. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take care, have a great day, and we will see you soon. If you liked today's video, be sure to check out some of our other content. We've built playlists for our guides for beginners, and then we also have our greatest hits, which is a collection of our most popular videos. You can also subscribe if you're interested in winning up to 500,000 gems. So do that, tap that like button, send this out to a friend who you think might be interested in it as well, and have a great day.